With the COVID Omicron variant raising concerns across French Polynesia, the populated atolls are implementing weekend lockdowns. And some, like Faaite, are not even allowing boats to enter the atolls. Instead, we need to anchor outside and come in only 2 at a time by dinghy to get the supplies we need.
We are on the Tuamotus Islands in French Polynesia, and we're just about to leave Tahanea and make our way to Faaite.
With perfect downwind conditions, we have a lovely sail there.
So that was the pass entrance to Faaite Atoll. It says there's an anchorage on the outside here, but we've really gone up and down the outside of this atoll looking for some sand, and all we can find is there's a lot of coral, and the sun is going down, so looking for coral now is getting more and more, or looking for sand patches getting more and more challenging. Okay, so what we've decided to do is we couldn't find any decent sand to put the anchor down in. As far as we could see, this is mostly coral. And we don't want to risk damaging any of this coral, and also don't want to damage the anchor chain, so we've actually turned off the engines, and tonight we're just going to drift, and we can motor back into the shelter if we need to, but that's the plan for the evening. Just take it nice and chilled. Something we haven't done before, but I feel a lot more relaxed about doing this, so I think it's a good plan.
Drifting for the night means we need to keep watch, so we organise watch patterns for Sean and I for the night, to keep an eye on our position and the weather. With no sails up, we don't move very far, and it's the perfect wind-still night for this exercise.
So the sun's gone down, and we are drifting nicely. We're doing 0.8 knots, heading in a westerly direction. And we can see our friends Bright Star and Why Not. They're just off the shoreline over there, and they've kindly dropped off a nice big fillet of mahi-mahi, which Claire's put in the oven. So we'll have some nice mahi-mahi for dinner. The following morning, after spending the night drifting at sea, we make our way back towards Faaite Atoll.
Everyone on board is waking up.
I had a really funny dream. In the night, I closed my eyes to do a blink, and then when I opened them again, it was morning.
It was morning. That's a great sleep, hey?
Whoa, big spouts. Come on, do your tail flicks like you've been doing.
Yeah, jump out of the water and do a double backflip. On our way back to the anchorage, we spot whales.
Whoa, he's going to do a tail flip. There comes, is that the tail or the back? That's the back. There, look.
So it's Sunday morning now. We've spent the night at sea, just bobbing around, drifting really, a little bit of sailing, a little bit of motoring, and now we are just doing another check for a good anchoring spot and drop anchor here. Otherwise we're going to head off to Fakarava. That's the plan.
We never find our sandy spot and decide to move on to Fakarava instead.
So we've just arrived at Fakarava. We've had a pretty slow sail into the entrance over here, and we're a little while to go still, and we'll pass through the pass. But the conditions look pretty good. We should go through in the next 20 minutes. The tide should be coming up to slack, and any current that there will be should be coming in with us.
Fakarava South Pass. We are entering on Saturday, so it's very quiet because it's locked down during the weekends here. The colours of the waters are incredible. Jill and I on the front just looking for coral bombies. Look at the colour of the water out there. Incredible. What's our current? 1.5 knots of current, not too bad with us. It can get up to 6 knots of current. The pass that we've just come through. Look through behind you there, Sean. Is that the, but you can go with a dinghy. Wow. So this must be the little right-hand section and that's the other one. Okay. I could live here.
We are very interested in the actual depths of this pass. We have a very shallow draft of 1.3 meters, but our friends on Why Not have a much deeper keel at 2.4 meters.
We want to make sure that they can safely navigate this pass when they come, so we're taking some depth readings on Mokara to check the accuracy of the chart and check which route is best for them.
Touching the bottom is never a good thing, but even worse when you're out here in the middle of nowhere.
We find a good anchorage and float our anchor chain to keep it from damaging the bombies.
As it's weekend lockdown in Fakarava, there are very few boats here, which means we have the place to ourselves.
This building is a local pension or guest house. Supporting these locally owned hotels is so important in places like this. The main problem is finding them on the internet can be very difficult. We will definitely try and find and stay in accommodation like this in the future. They are so much nicer than the expensive big hotel chains.
Can you spot all 5 sharks in the lagoon?
You roll it out flat.
Are you wearing your safety glasses, Chin?
We do another random cut.
You're cutting it up so much it's going to be like wedding confetti.
No, it is not cut up that much.
We go looking for a shop in the tiny self-sufficient village of Tahanea. This village is our definition of paradise. Situated on the pass, they have the most incredible marine life just off their balconies. There is a small dive centre and hotel here, but the closest shop is 30 nautical miles away in Tuamotus, in the north of the atoll.
So we are just doing a little drift here in the dinghy through Fakarava South Pass, and it is still maybe going about a knot of speed.
You can see the water's a bit confused and going in and out and causing these whirlpools, which make like a window to the
coral below.
Back at the boat, we are surrounded by inquisitive black-tipped reef sharks. Theo and I are having loads of fun swimming amongst them. Having other boat kids around us means endless fun and activity. There is never a dull moment. We are either off by a nearby coral bobby to snorkel, or being dragged behind with a dinghy wakeboarding. The anchorages here provide us with endless entertainment.
We wait for slack tide to go and snorkel at the pass. Snorkeling at any time other than when the tide is changing is very dangerous. If the current is flowing out of the pass, it can easily wash you out to sea. Snorkeling on a strong incoming tide and you'll fly over the corals so fast that you hardly have time to see anything. Forget about stopping to take a look.
We take it in turns to tow the dinghy behind us so that we can simply hop in at the end when we're all done snorkeling.
A lot of this fish, like this coral trout, grow to large sizes in the Tuamotus. The reason for this is that they're not caught for food due to most of them having ciguatera. Ciguatera is a poison which affects us humans if we eat fish infected with it. The poison does not harm the fish, but it plays havoc with our nervous system, causing tingling hands and feet, nausea, dizziness, and other terrible things. The ciguatera remains in your system for life and gets worse each time you eat fish. There have been cases of local Polynesians dying from the condition.
We are eager to catch a glimpse of the beautiful Napoleon wrasse. This enormous fish has huge lips and vivid colours. They can grow up to 7 feet in length and weigh up to 190 kilograms.
Blue Planet even did a documentary on how special and important this part of our ocean is. Eventually we spot a Napoleon wrasse. In fact, we come across a number of them. They are truly huge and beautiful.
We return happy and relaxed after our beautiful encounter.
A flamethrower like goes on your back.
Woohoo! Watch out there.
Whoa!
Happy
birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Nathan! Happy birthday to you! Hooray! Hooray!
Oh, you had one already.
I thought you were still wandering around.
I had the best 11th birthday party ever. A barbecue on an uninhabited island in the middle of the South Pacific, surrounded by nobody else but friends. Thank you to everybody who made it so special.
The following day we headed back to the pass to do the famous Wall of Sharks dive. The dive starts at the entrance to the pass. You get dropped in the water by a following dinghy who tracks your bubbles and follows you on the surface. You descend to 29 meters to see the sharks and then slowly follow the coral ridge as it rises into the pass.
As usual, we have to plan the dive during slack tide. You also want to be sure that when the tide does start, that it is coming in, so that you're swept into the atoll and not out of it.
It's not long before we spot our first grey shark. Then on a closer look, there they are. More sharks than we can count. Oh my goodness, that's incredible! What a place!
Polynesia is one of the only 3 places in the world that have an official ban on any shark feeding or baiting. The South Pass of Fakarava is proof we don't need any feeding or baiting to have the encounter of our lives with these amazing predators.